Hello guys, it's Sergeant Ryuki here. I don't have my setup like I would normally have it in my car because I'm driving home from work right now. It's starting to rain a little bit. I'm driving my truck because I'm going to sell the car. Came to that conclusion a couple weeks ago. Sometime this week, let's say tomorrow or this weekend, probably going to be looking at 2 other trucks because I don't like driving. I don't like driving cars unless they're a freaking GTO. Then I'll say otherwise. But you know, you get a question asked, and it's through one of these anonymous things, and be like, what age would you like to start having kids? I want to point out something, and this will also point out for those who are new and don't know how old I am. Because I know people think when they see me, they think, oh, damn, this guy's got to be pushing 50. I'm not 50. I got a long way to go yet. I got a long way to go before I reach 50. Like, come on. I am not 50 years old. I know I look that way because when you work as hard as much as I do, I guess you could say we wear ourselves, like I wear myself down a lot. Like, I get so much crap because my hair on top of my head, as well as my beard, is getting grayer by the minute, grayer by the day, and I'm a single guy. I do not have a wife and kids or a clingy girlfriend or anything like that. But it's just one of those things when you get like a stupid question like, what age would you like to start having kids? God damn it, I wanted to start having a family of my own fucking more than 10 years ago. I can tell you that much right now. But so many things have changed compared to when, parents were growing up. My parents were my age at one point. Where back then, people married just about anybody as long as you treated the other person right. It didn't really matter if you had fucking money or not, or if your parents had money or not. It didn't really fucking matter. Yeah, there were some privileges to some, but back then it really didn't fucking matter. Like, an example is like, hell, my grandpa, he's short guy. He's short king. But he's one hell of a hard worker. He earns people, especially during that time, during his prime, he earned people's respect, and he demanded the same. And he married a tall woman. My grandma's 5'8". But, that's an example right there. Like nowadays, especially when I was growing up, people judged you for what your family did. They judged you for what you looked like, especially when it comes to your social life. And technically, I don't have a social life because I don't fucking go out. All I do is fucking work. That's literally all I do. And this better be recording my audio because that's how I set it up to be. I'm going to have to check it later. Which is sad. Believe me, I could make fun of myself. It's totally fine. But the thing is, I try like hell. And when compared to my siblings, people don't even use that word anymore, really. My little sister and brother, my sisters get already engaged. She got engaged at the start of this year, which is fucking fantastic. But, my brother's getting up there too. Like, he had a woman. The problem is that as much as they got along and everything was good, they both couldn't afford to move. Like, he couldn't afford to go up there, and she couldn't afford to come down here. She also had, like, a kid or two. And that's fine. When it comes to that, if you're somebody, especially a single woman, and you have 1 or 2 kids, that's fine. Especially if you have a low body count. That's totally fine. But if you have, let's say, up to 5, and you have a really high body count, this is my opinion, yeah, it's probably not going to work. But that's my opinion. You can heart bomb me if you want, but I still won't give a shit, because it's your opinion to mine. I still don't care. That's just the way it is. It's like, I don't like smoking. I don't care. Like, especially if you vape, I don't like that shit. I don't tolerate that. I will not tolerate that at all. I see that as a turnoff. And yet majority of women I see either smoke or vape. Sorry. Sorry, if I was dating you and like, I would rather you not smoke or not vape, not do any of that shit at all. To be quite honest, I want to make sure our kids are healthy. That's, the only thing is, if you really want to know just how bad I want to have kids, like, it's really fucking bad. I started dating when I was like 14. I got my first job at 14. And that was one hell of a charisma check, I can tell you that much. The fucking high persuasion DC, man, the charisma was freaking high that day. That's how I nailed that interview. With a board member above anything else. But damn, when it came to women, it was tough. It was tough. Like, no matter what I did, I just was not good enough. I was not good enough at all. I dated women that were 2 or 3 years younger than me, as well as, like, 2 or 3 years older than me. Like, I was dating girls that were, when I was in my early 20s, between 20 and 25, I was dating women that were around 20 years old, a couple years, 2 or 3 years younger than me. And it didn't matter what I did, I just wasn't good enough. Because everybody expects you to be the same. That's how I looked at it. Because that's how everybody talked. They wanted you to be exactly the same that they were. They wanted you to get drunk and hammered all the damn time. They wanted you to be able to be willing to have sex all the time. Don't worry, that's the thing. I don't mind getting down and busy with somebody, but I want to make sure they're the right fucking partner. I dated a psycho. More than one. I dated like a couple psychos. I don't want to date a psycho again. I'm gonna be honest with you. Psychos are damn crazy. Especially when you end up breaking up with them because you want nothing to do with them because their family's psycho, they're psycho, and they didn't show who they truly were till after you started dating them. And those two were so desperate especially one of them was really desperate to have a kid, especially at 16 years old, because I was still in school when I was dating one, and damn, she wanted a kid. She wanted a kid at 16. I said no, and I broke up with her. And yeah, I was older when I dated the other one. The other one was around 20 years old. And nah, sorry, I'm not gonna date a psycho. I don't want anything to do with that because they've both came after me, especially the first one, with a knife multiple times. And I'm happy. I'm glad. I'm away from those kind of people. Those kind of women. But it seems like every single time I attracted some sort of psycho that just was out of her freaking mind, and I had to find creative ways to get away. Like, I dated one chick that was obsessed with other people, even though she was dating me. She constantly talked about the same two people consistently. And it was just an very awkward relationship, because even though I showed her I was a gentleman, I did all of that, boyfriend material, all of that stuff, like, I even respected her boundaries. It didn't matter. I wasn't good enough for her. She didn't quite understand when I broke up with her and I broke everything off. And the other one, she was not. My last one was like 11, 12 years ago. That's a long fucking time ago. Like, I also got. I think it was 12 years ago. It had to be 12 years ago because Kira is 12, 13 years old. So, because it wasn't long after that relationship ended that I got Kira. So it has to be at least 12, if not 13. That she wasn't ready to settle down like I was. Like I said, I'm looking to settle down. I want the right person. I don't just want to freaking hook up with anybody, Like, I've wasted 20 years, plus years of my life trying. And we're in that day and age where no matter what you do, you'll never, especially if you're a man, like myself, a hard-working dude, you don't have a fucking chance in hell. You don't. You literally have zero fucking chance. And what you need to be sure of, be safe of, you need to stay the fuck away as best as you fucking can from around fucking, what was it? Little fucking shits, little fucking troublemakers that are 18, 19 years old. You need to stay the fuck away from them. They don't know shit, and all they want is someone to basically be their little sugar daddy. Stay the fuck away from them. Stay the fuck away from them. Like, if I was to date someone obviously younger than me, especially someone who's in their 20s, say 20 to 25, at least around 25, I'm all for it. I'll date someone who's around 25 years old. I'm all for it. It's around 10 years. It's a perfect fucking age difference there, especially if you're wanting to settle down and whatever. And the reason why I brought up the 18, 19-year-olds is because there's a lot of them around where I'm at, and they do nothing but cause problems. They're a fucking problem because all they do is bitch and complain, and they do everything they can to try and buddy you up, and try and hook, line, and sinker you. It's so fucking hard to try not to fucking go to the store and you have these fucking 18, 19-year-olds fucking hitting on you, wanting to fucking hook, line, and sink you, and then be like, nah, sorry, not happening. You're not even worth my time. Like, you need to fucking stop trying. I am not interested. Fuck off. You know? It's too much of a problem. And that's the issue. That's the windshield wipers. Because it's raining. That's the issue where I'm at. Because there's no women. No women at all that's actually worth my time where I'm at. None. And then there's been talks of possibly... There've been talks for a while of me getting another place. But it's like 10 minutes away from where I currently live. In another small fucking town. Full of jackasses that I literally just don't care for. And even if there are places like that are about to be on sale, you know, be on the market, and other places are on the verge of being put on the market because the homeowner's sick and they're could pass away at any moment. It's a sad deal, but that's life. You can't change it as much as you want to. Like, there's nobody here. That's the issue when it comes to dating around here. There is nobody worth your time. Nobody worth the effort. No matter what you do or where you go. Like, if I have any sort of chance at all, I'd basically have to go on a fucking plane and go elsewhere. That's the best chance I have, period. Of just grabbing as much money as I can have saved up, get a fucking passport, and hit the road, you know, hit the air and fucking just go. And hope to God I can meet somebody that is not only willing to work, but is able to put up with the bullshit that I put up with and be able to stand up and fire back. It's not fun, because here's the thing. I love a spicy girl, okay? I love a little spice. I love a little firecracker. I talk shit all the time. Thing is, when I meet somebody, I want to make sure they can handle themselves. I don't mind dating a sweet girl. I don't mind that. But you gotta be a little bit, you know, a bit of a firecracker, you know? The thing is, there's one side of the family that they're gonna poke you. They're gonna poke the bear, you know? It's just, you gotta be prepared. You gotta be able to fire back. And know that they're just joking you. They're not deliberately trying to piss you off. That's just basically how certain families go. That's how mine is. We get on each other's buttons all the fucking time. It's just not the way it is. The other side of the family, nosy as all hell. They want to know every little detail about you, and they're gonna fucking decide whether you're worth their time talking to or not. And that's the majority of them. There's only going to be like a small handful of people on the other side of the family that's going to treat you with respect. Yep, but the rest of them ain't going to. They're going to be like treating you like whether you're worth their time or not. Because they're going to act like they don't really know how to really talk to you. But that's just the way it is. I don't like that crap either. But goddamn, I've tried so hard. So fucking hard. And I've made this I've said this before multiple times, you know, besides me, you know, bitching about this. It's because, goddamn it, I want to be a dad, okay? I really want to be a dad. I really do. I want to carry on my family's name, my family's legacy, my family's traditions. I want to carry that on. And I've done everything I could possibly think of. Besides jumping on a plane and flying off. I am busting my ass busting me balls, working as hard as I do to find a better place, a place that could be a permanent place to live, so that I don't have to do much of anything at all. I could just be ready to move in, and boom, house for the rest of my life. Don't have to move anywhere, don't have to do anything. Just boom, right there. I do not like moving, like, even if I do, I'm just trading one trap jail place for another town. That's basically how I treat the town that I'm living in currently. As a jail, as a prison. Just because it's cheap to live there doesn't mean it's the holy grail of a place to live. I don't like people. I don't like people fucking with my dog. I don't like their dogs fucking with my dog. I want people to leave me the fuck alone. I want my own privacy, my own space. I don't want to be bothered by anybody. That's like, as well as that's the thing too. It's like being that kind of person who hates people also makes it very fucking hard to try and be social and try to have a social life. When you really hate people and you don't trust them at all, period. That's also like double sad. But that's just the way that I am. Like, if you knew exactly what I've been through my entire fucking life, you'd understand why I am the way that I am. And why I do the things that I do, and why I'm so, I guess in a way, obsessed with working myself to death. Because that's literally all I do. I wake up, I go to work, I go home, I still work. Wake up, go to work, come home, still work. Take care of the dog, go work out, shower, eat, sleep, go back, fucking repeat. It's the same thing. I don't go out. I see no reason to go out, especially when it's currently $4 a fucking gallon right now. I don't know where it is anywhere else, but it's $4 fucking a gallon here. And I used to pay $30 to $35 to fill up my truck. Now I'm paying damn near fucking $70, and that's bullshit. I've always said my patience was a curse. My patience is a fucking curse. I have my patience for kids is so high, it's unreal. It's almost like as bad as my pain tolerance, because not very many people can fall 12 feet off a fucking house and still get up and move and still go to work. Or dislocate a knee and completely and force it right back into place. Literally within 5 minutes after dislocating it. Like, who in the hell do you know that could fall 12 feet off the fucking house and still get back up? I know, because I've done it. I don't recommend it. Hurts like hell. And it takes a lot with my pain tolerance to get me to even say ow. Or to get me to take half a days off of work to go get checked out at a hospital, x-ray and all that, to make sure I didn't break anything. I do so much, and I basically get nothing back. It's so bad that people want to know why I am why I don't have a wife and kids right now, why I don't have, like, why I don't go out. What's the fucking point? I've done so much, done everything I could possibly think of, and more, and I still get nothing out of it. Because I don't mind dating a woman who's got 2 kids. I don't mind it. I ain't got a problem with it. I know this vlog's about, me ranting about, oh, I want to be, like, I'm fucking single, 36-year-old fucking dipshit, fucking bitching about being single, because he wants to be a fucking dad. Like I said, I can make fun of myself. I don't need you goobers to fucking do it for me. But I try like hell. Even my parents know just how bad I fucking tried, because, man, the times coming home, I can tell you this much. I was getting my ass chewed. Okay? I just got home. I would get my ass chewed a lot. Simply because I would be up until 3 a.m. in the damn morning. And my only excuse at the age of 15, 16, 14 up to 18 years old, was because I was out chasing women. That was my excuse. Besides getting into fights and all that, because that happened a hell of a lot. I've been in over 20 fights. But, goddamn, this is probably the longest vlog I've done in a while, but it's also one of the places, like, I'd like to be real with you, whether I'm on camera or not. I'm hoping this works. I'm gonna have to check it. But if you stuck along for this whole entire vlog, thank you. I know I have a friend who's busting his balls trying to take care of his, I would say, kids now, instead of just kids, and his girlfriend, aka fiance, and working his job, and or his business, I should say, and trying to save up and plan a wedding. And I know at some point, my sister herself is going to get married at some point, hopefully. And the thing is, I've said this before, even though it's, in a way, it's one person away from being actually the truth. Because I've said this, especially in front of my dad, I've said this. I looked him in the eye and said this, that everybody was going to get married long before I would. And if I was 50 years old and I married around that time, I have no business trying to have a kid at that point. I would rather just stay single and live the rest of my life alone. Because why? I've always, from the word go, always been alone. Always. I've always been alone. I know how alone feels like. And no matter what. So if you think ever for a moment that you feel alone in the face of something, of whether it be anxiety or anything like that, you're not the only one who goes through it. how I deal with things, I'd rather punch something. Punch a punching bag, a wall, a fucking brick wall, a locker, something. I would go punch something. That's how I deal with depression and anxiety. That's how I deal with it. Otherwise, I focus on work. And I work myself to the point of exhaustion. How do I know this? Every time I end up getting sick, that is one of the main reasons my body is literally telling me, hey, you need to slow the fuck down. You need to check yourself. You're working yourself to death. Sometimes I don't have a choice. When you deal with the people that I deal with at my job that make it incredibly hard to want to get up at 2 a.m. to go to work, when they don't do anything, the one who does everything has to do a 2 to 3 person job all by himself and make sure things get done, mainly so himself, his boss, and his boss's boss don't get an ass chewing. You have no idea when it comes to my job how many things I'm in charge of. And why I always carry a freaking key ring full of keys. I'm in charge of so many different fucking things, it's unreal. But yeah, I've legitimately tried. I've tried my damn hardest to find the right fucking partner for myself. And when I put my foot down about 12, 13 years ago, when around the time I was planning to get a dog like Kira, I had enough of the games that the women would play. I had enough. If I wanted to play games, I would go home on my Xbox at the time. Or grab my Game Boys or DS's or 3DS's. I would fucking play those. Or get on a computer, whatever. I would play games that way. But when it came to dating, I was totally fucking serious. I really wanted to find the right one and settle down. Is it gonna happen? No. Is there a possible chance? A very slim one. But it don't matter what I do. It'll never be good enough. And that's something I came to accept a long time ago. Despite what other people would tell me. I've come to accept that. Do I hate it? You're damn right I do. Would I still go out and fucking try? You bet your ass. Would I fail? Horribly. Horribly I would fail. Horribly. All it takes is one bad interaction with one woman, and that's like, yep, fuck this, I'm done. So much for trying to have a conversation. Fuck this shit. But yeah, I tried like hell. I literally try. That's all you can really do is try. You're only human. All you can do is put out the effort. Hopefully, you hope someone will see it. Someone will see it and give you a chance. The one thing that I laughed about, but was like, had mad respect for, was when it came to my little brother. His workplace, the people that he works for, actually is trying like hell to find him a wife. And it's fucking awesome. It's also funnier than shit. Like, I ain't giving him, when he told me that, I wasn't gonna fucking make fun of him for it. I was like, damn. I'd fucking show respect to that. Cause Because I know how you are. You're more bullheaded than I am. You're harder to find. You're like finding a woman for you is a lot harder. It's gonna be a lot harder. I mean, they gave him plenty of fucking chances, but then again, you gotta understand. Not every woman is going to be like, okay, cool, I'll give you a shot. You know, not every woman's gonna do that. Nowadays, they're gonna think like, oh, we're gonna tell you no and expect you to chase us. Nowadays, like I said, with the world that we live in, most guys like me are like, yeah, you want to play games? You know what? I got a Nintendo at home. If I want to play games, I'll go play Nintendo. I don't want anything to do with the crap that you're dishing out here. You said no? All right, I'll take you at your word. I'm gone. And that's just the way it is. Will I say any woman will accept that? No, because she'll definitely bitch. But that's just the way it is. That is literally how things are, no matter how you want to fight it. Because I spent forever training Kira to get her ready for kids. To make sure she gets used to a kid, grabbing at the ears, grabbing at her body, her tail, doing anything like a kid would do, especially at a very young age. I was deliberately doing that so she knew not to get, angry, not to get irritated, not to get aggressive at all. I was doing that kind of training with her. And at the time, especially before she was a year old, she would interact with the kids around here because there used to be some decent kids that would come up and ask to pet her and ask to play with her, and I would allow it, as long as I was outside in case something happened. And nowadays, it's not that kind of thing because now a lot of the kids you see nowadays, you can't trust them. You have to lock everything up. Well, I don't trust anybody really because people have to earn that. Trust, respect is earned. And so is love. Love just happens. But to earn it, you have to fucking work for it. Both sides have to work for it. It's not one side or the other. You have to work at it. If you don't work at it, especially love and communication, that love will fail. That relationship will fail. And I'm not someone who shows emotion very well besides getting downright pissed off. Because I'm a very calm guy. I've learned to be passive aggressive, and I kind of use that as a mask. But I know how ruthless I really am, or at least I have a good idea of how ruthless I am and how angry I can be. And when I say I'm so calm, I'm angry, I'm not bullshitting you, I'm being upfront. I am angry all the time. I am so angry that I'm calm. It takes certain stupid things that set me off. But I would love so much to have a kid with the right person. But I know damn well no matter what I do, it'll be good. We'll be good enough. But anyway, I got some shit to do. I'll see you all later. Bye.